Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of the tutorial on data pricing from economics to data science. I'm Jian Pei from Simon Fraser University, Canada. In the second part of this tutorial, we will talk about the economics of data pricing. In general, pricing is the practice that a business sets a price at which a product or service can be sold. Pricing is often part of the marketing plan of a business. To set a price, a business often considers a series of objectives, such as profitability, fitness in marketplace, market positioning, price consistency across categories and products, and meeting or preventing competition. Some major pricing strategies in the literature include operations-oriented pricing, revenue-oriented pricing, customer-oriented pricing, value-oriented pricing, and relationship-oriented pricing. There is a rich body of studies in economics and marketing research on pricing tactics, which are far beyond the scope and capacity of this tutorial. In this section, to understand the economic factors specific to data pricing, we examine the cost reduction in information goods. Then, we inspect the differences between digital products and data as products. It is well said that technology changes, but economic laws do not. The production, distribution, and consumption of information goods comparing to those of physical products in the long history of human economies are distinguished by significant cost reductions on 5 aspects, namely search costs, production costs, replication costs, transportation costs, and tracking and verification costs. Essentially, digital and data economics investigates how standard economic models adjust when those costs are reduced dramatically. Goldfarb and Tucker present a thorough discussion whose framework will be largely followed here. Let's first look at search costs. Search costs are the costs of looking for information, which are incurred in any information collection activities. Information goods allow more effective and efficient online search. The consequent low search costs facilitate users discovering digital products and datasets, as well as comparing prices of similar products and services. For example, Banjo Fashion and Smith show that online prices of books and CDs are clearly lower than offline, though the price dispersion, however, does not shrink accordingly. Low such costs facilitate the sales of rare and long-tail products. Thus, more variety is often observed in information goods and services. The degree of variety may be heavily impacted by recommender systems. Specific to consumption of media, one of the major categories of digital products, it is shown that online media consumption is more diverse than offline. At the same time, consumers may tend to consume more than aligned or that aligns more or less with their viewpoints, which is called the echo chamber effect. Low search costs give strong rise to the prevalent platform business, which provide extensive matching services to customers and improve trade efficiency. Interoperability, compatibility, and standards are strategic tools for both building platforms and running platform business. Production costs. Producing digital products such as online courses, ebooks, software, graphics, and digital arts and photography is very different from manufacturing physical products like bread, shoes, and jackets. Moreover, collecting and processing massive data so that parts of data can be sold and can meet customers' needs is also very different from traditional production. A wide spectrum of production costs in traditional products are substantially reduced in information goods. First, some essential major costs in traditional productions, such as materials, semi-finished products, and their transportation, are dramatically reduced in producing information goods. In many cases, the cost of obtaining, producing, and transporting raw materials and physical semi-finished products can be reduced to very low or even approach in zero in making information goods. Second, a substantial cost of a traditional physical product often belongs to the product itself and cannot be further reduced through sharing. The unit cost of information goods can approach zero through sharing as long as there are sufficient reuses and sales volume. Last, smart manufacturing and customer to manufacturing can reduce the supply chain costs in traditional physical production. Information goods often can reduce the cost of customization to extreme. The substantial reduction in production costs in materials, semi-finished products, customization, and sharing gives rise to a series of innovative business models, such as economics of sharing, pay-as-you-go, and query-based data consumption. This also encourages innovation and long-tail products that address diverse and small groups of potential customers. Replication costs. One distinct feature of information goods versus traditional products is that information goods are non-rival. That is, one customer consuming an information good does not reduce the amount or quality of the product or are available to other customers. The zero marginal cost, non-rival property of information goods empowers innovative opportunities and brings in new challenges. In order to structure pricing of a large variety of zero marginal cost, non-rival information goods, bundling, which is multiple products are sold together at a single price, is often used. Since a large number of information goods can be bundled together without a substantial increase in cost, economically, it may be optimal to bundle thousands of digital products together to meet diverse and independent customer preferences. Due to the zero marginal cost and non-rival property, many information goods are made publicly available, such as Wikipedia and open source software. People contribute to open source or publicly available digital products and data to demonstrate their potential skills to potential employers. Companies support those products to complement their sales on other products. The zero marginal cost and non-rivalrous property cost challenge to copyright policies and enforcement. There is a study showing that the low replication cost though may reduce revenue, help supplies and demands, and thus boost quality. Another study shows that the protection of intellectual properties indeed has negative impact on follow-on innovation in gene sequencing. At the same time, there are evidence showing that governments mandate open data may lead to data leakage and privacy breaches that affect citizens' offline welfare. On the negative side, the zero marginal cost or non-rivalrous nature also is the way of spamming and online crime. 4. Transportation cost. Thanks to the internet, the cost of transporting information goods approach zero. This may imply that local communities may not affect adoption and consumption of information goods, often known as the effect of flat world. Interestingly, this is not quite true, as some studies demonstrate that taste may still be local in music and content consumption. While the physical transportation may approach zero, regulation may also be sophisticated constraints on locations. For example, when Wikipedia was blocked in China in October 2005, more contributions from outside China were motivated to contribute. Copyright policies may also affect the availability and consumption of information goods, such as news media, in different regions, and thus may be reflected by price. Checking and verification cost. The capability of checking users with relatively low costs is an important feature of information goods. The low checking costs give the rise to extensive personalized markets and possible price discrimination. Behavioral price discrimination is an immediate type, which sets price according to customers' previous behavior. Correspondingly, if customers are well aware of the benefits of checking information to a monopoly, they may likely choose to be privacy sensitive and hold the information. Another type of price discrimination is versioning, which sells information at different prices to different customers using different versions. Versioning will be discussed later. The advantage of low checking costs also lead to the booming business of personalized advertising. A challenge for a company, however, is how to set prices for many advertisements that may be shown to massive customers. The same advertisement may have different prices for different customers. Auctions are often used to address this challenge. Auctions can also be used to discover prices for information goods, as well as we will see more examples later in this tutorial. At the same time, auctions may be less useful when online marketplaces become mature. The low checking cost and the consequences such as price discrimination lead to serious concern on privacy. As will be discussed later in this tutorial, whether privacy should be treated as goods and how privacy is priced are investigated. Moreover, privacy regulation and the impact on welfare are important topics, though they are far beyond the scope of this tutorial. As a byproduct of how checking costs, the cost of verifying identity and reputation of producers and users of information goods are dramatically lower than those in traditional scenarios. The low verification costs facilitate online transactions extensively and lower the cost of trust dramatically. Now, let's look at the differences between digital products and data products. This tutorial focuses on pricing two categories of information goods: digital products and data products. While digital products and data products share a series of common ideas and methods in pricing, they are also essentially different from each other on at least four aspects. First, the units of digital products are often well defined and fixed. For example, individual movies and music are often priced and sold in whole. The consumption of a digital product is often independent from each other. For example, it would be rare that two digital books have to be read at the same time. In contrast, although the basic unit in a dataset can be at very small granularity, such as a record in a relational table, the units for pricing and consumption often vary from one customer to another. For example, a customer may be interested in the sales data of female customers in a province, while another customer may be interested in the sales data on electronics during the Christmas season. Correspondingly, one individual unit of data at lowest granularity may not be valuable. For example, one customer purchase record after proper anonymization may not be useful for a retailer. Instead, more often than not, many basic units of data are combined, aggregated, and consumed together. Second, different from digital products, datasets as data products have very strong and flexible aggregatability. Customers often aggregate data using various dimensions. The aggregatability, on the one hand, enables many opportunities for innovations in data business, and on the other hand, poses many technical and business challenges, such as ensuring arbitrage-free and verification of aggregates, as to be discussed later in this tutorial. In many business scenarios, digital products like movies and music are bundled. However, bundles are not aggregates. Customers still get digital products and consume them individually. Bundling is to take the advantage of low replication costs of digital products to boost sales and meet consumers' diverse demands. Third, the means of consuming digital products and data products are also very different. Typically, digital products are consumed directly by people, such as movies watched by people and music are enjoyed by fans. Datasets are more often than not consumed by computers. They are, for example, analyzed, summarized, or used to train machine learning models. The outputs of models are used to automate operations or support human decision making. Last, digital products and data products are dramatically different in ways to reuse and resell. Digital products are easy to be consumed by others, that is, to be reused or even to be resold to others in whole. Datasets, to the contrary, can be reused by others in different ways, such as aggregation in different dimensions and analysis for different purposes. Moreover, data can be easily processed and transferred so that they can be resold in a hard-to-detect manner. The above differences between digital products and data products lead to different considerations in pricing principles and methods, which will be discussed later. Before we leave this topic, we want to point out that it is possible that the same information can be regarded as digital products in some situations and as data products in some other scenarios. For example, social media like tweets and customer reviews can be regarded as digital products when a customer reads them online. At the same time, they can be collected and processed in batch by analytic tools to detect events, discover customer profiles, and fit recommender systems. In this situation, a systematic collection of social media can be priced and sold as a data product. In summary, information goods, including digital products and data products, distinguish themselves from the traditional physical products in significant cost reduction, particularly in search costs, production costs, replication costs, transportation costs, and tracking and verification costs. The significant reduction of cost has profound impact on pricing information goods, which will be discussed in the later sections of this tutorial. There are several major differences between digital products and data products, including consumption units, aggregatability, means of consumption, and using and reselling. That's all for the section 2, the economics of data pricing. Thank you.